Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're at Atcham. There's been no paddling today, but I'm just going to give you a location and a few flybys. So let's get on with it. Okay guys, today's paddle is from Atcham, which is just below Shrewsbury. It's probably about 5 or 10 minutes drive, so it's not far. There are a couple of places to park. Our first parking space at Atcham is the lay-by on the Shrewsbury side of the river. The river. There's space for about 5 or 6 cars, maybe more, I'm not sure at the moment. Can't think now. There's not too much space next to the cars at the far end, but at the nearest end there's a large grass verge which is plenty of room to spread out and pump up your boards and get your stuff ready. It's perfect. From there, the route down to the river is just going straight across the side road which goes onto the main road by the parking. And you'll see a path on the left which goes straight up to the bridges. You'll follow that path, then just before the bridge take a right and go down the slope onto the edge of the field, go around the edge of the field, and you'll follow the path, a well-worn path, down onto the beach there where you can launch. I see people recommending parking in front of that gate if there's no room, but it's not on really. It's a farmer's gate. He has crops in there. As you can see today, there's track marks from his tractor going into that field through that gate. And the gate is padlocked. He doesn't want people in front of that gate because he needs access to it. And as it's his field, or the edge of his field, that you're getting access to the river, you don't really want to miff the farmer off. So please, avoid the gates, don't put your boards over and traipse over the field, because I saw today there's new crops being planted and started growing. So don't go that way, go along the path and go down this side of the field, get access.
And now I'm thinking, come what may, don't care about what others say when I'm with you now. Through the autumn and the winter snow, keep telling all the friends we know that I'm with you now. Remember when my world was falling apart?
The other area to park is across the bridges on the other side of the river. If you go from the parking on the first side, going over, it's the first left on the other side, and there'll be a long straight there with parking on the side. The problem with this area is the spaces are just about wide enough for a car, so you are going onto the road slightly, and there's very little, next to zero room for you to pump up your board. Another thing about this area is the landowners, the estate owners for Attingham Park next door, don't like you going onto their grass, onto their field which borders onto the river. It's estate ground and there's a bit of a ruckus going on at the moment. It has been ongoing for a couple of years. People are arguing about access to the river there. The estate don't like it. They have put a big sign up. But as you can see today, right next to the sign, there's a load of people with canoes putting their canoes in. Again, you can do it, but it's up to you whether you do. You know the risks. If you're stuck for space in the first area, by all means park there, but launch there, pump up at your own risk. can also use Atcham as a finish point or a start point on your paddling adventure. If you want to use it as a finishing point, I highly recommend starting at the Weir in Shrewsbury. I've done a video on that launch point before. I shall put that in a description. It's about 7-8 miles. Yeah, it's about 8 miles upriver, so it's an 8-mile trip down to Atcham. If you want to go downstream, then about 7 miles down is Cressidge. Small village. There is parking as you get out. You get out at Cressidge at the stone bridge going over the river. The exit is on the left, right in front of the bridge as you're coming up to it. Okay, so there's no toilet facilities as such nearby, but there is a pub called the Mittener Mermaid, which is on the opposite side of the river to the first parking space. It's a nice pub. Well, technically it's a hotel. It looks very nice, so don't go in there in your wet clothes. Make sure you're wearing something dry. If you want to use the toilets, go use them. Have a drink, at the very least. Have some food. It's a nice place. You'll enjoy it. There's not much else to say about this place other than that. The parking and the toilets. There are no other facilities as such. One thing I would say is Attingham Park is right next door, across the road from the pub. So that's a nice day out if you want to go there after or before. It's a National Trust owned property, and I'll put some details down below along with all the usual gubbins I'll put down in the description below. So without further ado, we'll call it a day. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like and drop a comment if you like. If you want to buy me a drink as well, you can go on the link below. It's ko-fi.com/clutchsup. Whether it's £3, £5, £100, I don't care. 20p, anything is appreciated. I'll no doubt go technically on fuel probably, but I'll try and get drinking sometimes as well. So anyway, thank you for watching and I'll catch you again soon. Goodbye.